Hello and welcome to next lecture on the merge. As I said, previous examples were all simple where we can use the syntax of the merge directly, that pd pandas.merge df1, df2, first and second data frame on that column which is common between the two data frames. So here id is column here in left data frame also and id is column in right data frame also. And then we can specify the type of merge, how inner or outer or left or right. But at least there should be one column between the two data frames, this left side and right side, whose name is identical. ID is there. But now consider this case. Now here my problem is that I have one employee ID and one data frame in which two columns are employee ID and name, and another worker ID and age. And I am asked to merge these two. Now at that time, I start using my syntax of pd.merge, first data frame, so df1, comma, second data frame, so df2, comma, and suppose how I don't specify at all, so that means I am by default inner, okay. But the problem is what to do about that on, because on common column, but there is no common column. Then in that kind of case, what we do is we pretend that these columns whose names are as such different are actually having same name, okay. So what I am saying is that I am pretending that employee ID name of df1 and worker ID name of df2 are same, and then in that case I can easily create a join on them. But how to specify that? So I have to clearly specify like this, not just on and common, but left underscore on employee ID and right underscore on worker ID. Then this will tell pandas to internally convert this whole thing into that, it will internally convert this both into one common name, pretend name, and it will internally replace these two sentences into one sentence, on is equal to that common name, okay, and it will merge on that ID. Now there is one another issue also, that this has the ID 1 2 3 and this has 2 3 4, but that we know that whatever do not match, that will be replaced by none. And also we are not specifying anything how. So inner join means that standard way that only those IDs which are present in both data frames. So here this has 1 2 3 and this has 2 3 4, so obviously which IDs will remain 2 3 because they are present in both data frames. So let us try that if this left on and right on, it works or not. So it works and it gives that 2 3 IDs, okay, which are present in both the data frames. Okay, fine. Now what I am saying is that it pretends, panda pretends. So let us try to understand that. Suppose this left on is not there, instead it is just on ID, okay, and this right on this column also, right on this term also I simply delete. And suppose these names of the columns are also ID, only ID, employee ID and worker ID, that was creating the problem. So panda mentally converts the original statement which was there into this statement. Now it is like previous case, first data frame, second data frame, and there is one common column like ID, and it just does inner join on ID. It is inner join, so it will take only those IDs which are present in both the data frame. Let us check. I will first clear this result. The result was Bob Charlie 23 and age 24 25. Let me clear and let us now check. And is it so? Bob Charlie 23 and age 24 25. So are you understanding internally what was happening? Internally, original whatever command we used here, that was converted into this. Okay. Now let me make it like original again. So we had to do it this way. That since the column on which we want to do merge are having different name, so there is not only one on, but there are two on, left underscore on and right underscore on. Okay, fine. So this is one case. Similarly, this is one also another interesting case. Merge using index. So far all examples were merged using some column, but can you merge using index instead of column? So yes, but for that we will have to first create two data frames with some custom index, okay, because I want to take a case where index are also different. I can take a case where this is 1 2 3 and this is also 1 2 3, but I want to take a case where index is different for the two data frames. So these steps will create, this will create first data frame. The column header will be name and age. Name column will have 3 records, age column will have 3 records, and the indices will be 1 2 3. Row index will be this. This will create only one a data frame, second data frame with only a single column. That will also have 3 records. There are 3 departments, and index will 2 3 4. And let me first just keep only that much, and the rest of the things I am taking on the other side. And here instead I am printing df1 and df2. Okay. So if I print it that way, then you can see that this is the name column, these are the index, name and age, and this is the department, this is the df1 data frame, and this is the df2 data frame, okay, and index is different. But now I want to merge these two on index. instead of one common column, because actually there is no common column. There are two columns, name and age here, and there is only a single column department. So I cannot merge on department, but I can always merge on index. There is a problem that here index is 1, 2, 3, so there is no 4. So for 4, some nonce will come, and here index is 2, 3, 4, so there is no 1, and therefore for that also some nonce will come. So result is equal to, again the syntax remains same for the initial part, pd.merge, first data frame, comma, second data frame. Then instead of on and how, you have to write index equals true. But problem is which index? Though this is also index and this is also index, clearly both index are not same. This has value 1, 2, 3, this has value 2, 3, 4. So just like here you specified which column on which you want to do merge. Left underscore was attached as a prefix and right underscore was attached as a prefix to on. Similarly here left underscore and right underscore are attached to as a prefix to index. And then let us see the result. So if you see the result, only those two, because if nothing is specified, it is inner. Inner means those indices which are common in both. So 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4. So 2 and 3 are common. 2 and 3 are common. And which columns will come? Name, age and department. So 2 and 3 are common and name, age and department. Okay, fine. Now this is even slightly more complicated thing. Now here what is the situation? This is my df1. This is my df2. And here also let me take this to a new cell for better clarity of understanding. First we will see the output of df1 and df2. Okay, so if you see this, then you can see that df1 has id, name, age, and df2 also has id, name, age. But internally they are different. These IDs are 1, 2, 3. These IDs are 2, 3, 4. These names are Alice, Bob, Charlie. These names are Bob, Charlie, and David. So 2, 3 are same. 2, 3, Bob, Charlie, and age 25, 23. Here also 2, 3, Bob, Charlie, and age is different even for Bob, Charlie also. Okay, fine. And 1 ID, here there is no 1 ID. And similarly 4 ID, then here there is no 4 ID. Now the question is how to merge these two, because here my problem is not that I don't have any common column. In fact, all the columns are common, but they are common only in their appearance or their spelling, but they are not the same. These ID and these ID, they are not the same. You can see their right hand side values. Similarly, this name and this name, they are not the same. These age and this age are also not the same. So at that time you should, when you merge, pandas will merge it. But the question is, if it is showing that for ID 1, the name is Alice, or for ID 2, the name is Bob, which age it should show? For ID 2, the age is 25, or for ID 2, the name is Bob and the age is 30. So pandas understands that it will create confusion, then it shows both. And when it shows both, it attaches an alias, sorry, not alias, but it attaches a prefix that this is the, suffix at the end, that this is the age for left data frame, that is first data frame, and this is the age for right data frame. So to all results, it will attach this suffix so that there is no confusion. Okay, then a person will select the appropriate result based on domain knowledge. Okay, so result is equal to pd.merge. Again, this part remains same, df1, df2. On is equal to id. So, and nothing is mentioned means it will also be inner. Inner means only those IDs which are common in both. So 2, 3 and 2, 3. But for 2, 3 here it is Alice, Bob. Here for 2, 3 Bob, Charlie. Okay, and here the ages are 24, 25, and here the ages are 30, 28. So which names would be displayed? Alice, Bob or Bob, Charlie? Which age should be displayed? 24, 25 or 30, 28? Then pandas displays both and attaches appropriate suffix so that you will get clear idea. So common IDs are shown. Here also 2, 3 and here also 2, 3, because by default inner merge will done. Okay, then 2, 3 names for 2, 3. Here the names in the left are Alice, Bob. Sorry, Bob, Charlie. So it shows that name left Bob, Charlie. But it also shows that for 2, 3, on the right side names are Bob, Charlie again. So names right are also Bob, Charlie. But about age, so for 2, 3, the age is 25, 23. But that is for left. So it will show age left is 25, 23, and age right is equal to Bob, Charlie. Okay, so 30, 28. So then age right would be equal to 30, 28. You can see that it produces a result which is at least meaningful. So at least it will show, the result will show you that there is some confusion in age column, because name column is fine. Left also Bob, Charlie, and name left also, and name right also Bob, Charlie. So that is fine. But age left and age right for the same ID are different. So that means either this data frame is wrong or this data frame is wrong. So if these two data frames have come from two different departments, then this is called a problem with data consistency. Then we say that the data is inconsistent. So you will immediately call the data entry operators from these two departments and tell them that contact these persons, because these persons are already present. So contact this Bob, Charlie, and other maybe Alice and David also. though there is no confusion in them, but contact Bob Charlie and ask them what is their real age, and then correct the data so that such anomalies do not arise. Otherwise, same Bob Charlie 23 ID has age 25, 23 according to left data frame, and same person's ID is also same 23 have age 30 and 28 according to right data frame. That is called data inconsistency. Okay. One special example is these also, simulating a cross join. Now, what is a cross join? Cross join is just a Cartesian product of two. Cartesian product means what? A very simple thing. Suppose this has 1, 2, 3 elements and these are 1, 2, 3 elements like that. Then Cartesian product means take one of any one and take make its pair with all others. So take one from the left data frame and make it pair with all others of the right data frame. So 1 with 1, 1 with 2, 1 with 3. Okay. Then take the next one. So that is 2 and again make it pair with all others. 2 with 1, 2 with 2, 2 with 3. Then take third one and again make it pair with each one. 2 with 1, 2 with 2, 2 with 3. So that is merge this with this, all three of these, merge 2 with also all three of these, and merge 3 with also all three of these, all possible combinations. So that is called Cartesian product. Now Cartesian product actually for left join, right join, merge has a definite syntax like how is equal to inner, or how is equal to outer, or how is equal to right, how is equal to left, and so on. But for Cartesian products, it does not have any that kind of ready-made symbol that how is equal to Cartesian, okay, or cross join, how is equal to cross. No. So for that, what we do is we just create two data frames. So this will create a data frame in which there is a single column A, and in that column there will be 3 rows, A1, A2, A3. Then there is another single column B, and in that column there are 2 rows, B1 and B2, right? And then it will I want to do a match of by taking one member of this with every member of this. So what I am saying is I want A1 with B1 and A1 with B2, then A2 with B1, A2 with B2, then A3 with B1 and A3 with B2. So how many total terms will come in the answer? 6 terms. This has 3 terms and this has 2 terms, 2 rows. Then the answer will have total 3 multiplied by 2, 6 rows. But there is no ready-made way how is equal to inner. Similarly, you cannot write how is equal to cross. Okay. So at that time, what you do is you add one constant column to both data frame. So this is my df1 in which I add one column, say key. Someone can call it id also. Someone can call it x also. Does not make any difference. And assign a constant value. So that means for first row also that key will have value 1. Second row also it will have value 1, and third row also key will have value 1. And similarly, create another data frame df2, which is already created here. But there one column is there b. But for every row, add another column that is key, and it will have same constant value 1. Okay. So what I am saying is that let me print df1 and df2 before creating that constant column and after creating that constant column, so that you will get clear idea what we are doing. Okay. And this part I am taking to the next cell for clarity. So first in first cell now we are just creating the data frame. Let me again print df1 and df2 here after adding that constant column. So you can see this is my df1 first. It has only one column A and it has 3 rows, A1, A2, A3. This is my df2. It has only one column B and it has 2 rows, B1 and B2. But now I have added one column key to first data frame and fill every row with one value. And similarly, I have added one column key to the second data frame also. And I have added every row, every row means 2 rows with value 1. Okay, so that you can see now this is after adding that constant. Once you add this constant column, that becomes the common column between the two. Okay, and then you can do merge on that common column, because now it is my simple merge problem that these are 2 data frames and they have one common columns, these columns. So I can do my standard syntax of pd.merge df1. Now this is my df1, df comma df2. This is my df2, comma on is equal to. So on is equal to key obviously because that is the common column. Okay. And how is by default I will take inner. So I will take only those keys which are present in both, but that is obviously that means I will take one key, or I will take all the rows which are, because all the rows which are present in both. Remember, this key of first data frame 1 and this key of second data frame df2, they are not considered same, though their value is same 1. But obviously because this key is for this record 0b1, while this key is for this record so 0a1. So each key, though its value looks constant 1, but it is for different records. Okay, so each key is unique. So when I say on key, it will try to include all the keys or each and every record. And then what we do is we drop the key, because whatever we added from our side, my original data frame were like this only. Key column I just added for my convenience so that I can do the merge operation. Now my merge operation is already done. So my business is done. Then I conveniently drop the key column along this axis. This is called axis 1. column header access, that is called access 1. So I drop it, and whatever remains, that is called my result. So if I print, you will see 6 rows are there, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all those matches are there, A1 B1, A1 B2, A1 B1, A1 B2, then A2 B1, A2 B2, A2 B1, A2 B2. Similarly, A3 B1, A3 B2. So A3 B1 and A3 B2. So it is very easy to simulate the Cartesian merge, okay, or cross join. Though there is no ready-made cross join in pandas, very simple, that whenever you want to do the cross join, and cross join is usually done for this kind of completely disparate type of data frames. That means that there is nothing common between these two data frames. If there is nothing common, how will you merge? But I want to somehow, there are some applications where you need to do this kind of cross join. So at that moment, what you will do is add one constant column, perform merge on that constant column, and as soon as merge is done on same breadth, that is on same line actually, just again drop that constant column. So that if I don't drop that constant column, then what kind of output is obtained, that you see. Then that key remains hanging in between, which also is fine as such. Then in the result, I can drop the result dot drop key. Okay, but if everything can be done in one line only, one by one, then that is considered more Pythonic way of doing it. So fine. Now in next, we want to talk about this join. So previous two lectures, that is this lecture and the previous one, that was about merge. Now this lecture will be about join. So let's stop here and see you in the next lecture.